Hey guys, I'm gonna show you how to play and how your vehicle works in a long road and how you come in and a lot of tips that you don't know about your vehicle. In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can be a little better with your vehicle and the stuff that you don't know about your vehicle. Let's start off with this one. Now as you can see, this vehicle is known for pretty standard. As you can see, this one is pretty standard. This is the regular engine in the game. That mostly won't go as fast as it. I'm pretty sure. And you won't go as fast, but the gas is quite good. As see, it's a little. No. So let's just switch. Hold on. So, another thing you can either press spacebar or you can click it. Another thing you might have known is that you also can hold R. Hold on, you can also fully start the car without having to click. It didn't happen. Now, if you hold R again, you can shut it fully off. Another thing you may have known is about the different types of engines in here. This one is most likely a little bit faster, but the acceleration isn't as good as the other one. This engine in particular still uses gas, so you don't have to change fuel. Now in this video, I won't be driving them exactly. We'll try to show that in another video how fast and speed. But as you can hear, this engine is pretty fast. Like I said, you won't burn as much fuel, but it does slightly burns. I think it slightly burns more fuel. And about this now as you can see, the engine is quite fast, but the acceleration is quite really bad when getting uphill or slightly trying to pick up. Another thing, you also can click to turn your lights on. Now, another thing I forget about is you also can change your. Another thing, if you wear your seatbelt, like say if I wear my seatbelt and if I hit a wall or pole, any fork of squisher, any squisher, I will take less damage from the impact I had. And let me just fly over here. Now this is the V8. Now the V8 is known to be insanely fast. If most of you have driven V8, you know what I'm. Now it's the same. Now V8 is like 10 times the acceleration is way faster. When you're using a V8, when you're using V8, you're only gonna have to use diesel. You're already using diesel. You're all gonna be using diesel. So this. And now your battery. I'm gonna tell you now. There's a lot more things about your battery you don't know. You can do. Hold on, let's just switch back to the regular one. Now you can actually charge your battery Now this goes for any engine. You can use any engine to charge this battery. Now one, now now say if my battery, now say like my battery just died. So and now if my battery is dead, if I try to start, it won't start. But here's how you charge it. So if you have a second vehicle with you, if you're driving with someone and if they have their vehicle, what you want to do is put that battery in there, start your car, keep the car on, then move the battery, and as the car is running, it is going to charge your battery. Now this will, now this is going to consume your water, your oil, and your gas by doing this. Now, over time, it's gonna over time it's gonna recharge the battery. So I'll just give it a minute, and I'll just give it a minute. So now if I shut this off, as you can see, this indicator will tell you how your battery is completely no, will tell you how your battery is almost completely dead. Now since I left it running for a little bit, if I try to start it, and the longer if I drive with it, now you can still drive but once your battery is showing red, you want to make sure all your indicators, like say your lights, when you have the lights on, your windshields, all these things. If you have these on, you want these to turn off if your battery is dying. Now as you can see, you can see the color is changing. So it's orange right now, so it's getting a little. Now it means it's getting a lot more better. The charge is getting a lot better. So what you don't now also another thing you probably is to know that when you're at a stop. Now if you go at a stop, you also make sure your car is off. Make sure that completely vehicle, because are gonna burn a lot more gas. You are burning a lot more gas, and you're just gonna burn a lot of gas, and the battery is single charge. Now another thing you don't want to do is if you're out of gas, say if the car is out of gas, I'm just gonna switch back to a. I'm just gonna keep this in here for a little while so you can see the change over time. Now, but like I want to out of gas. Now, if I'm run out of gas, say, oops. You also can drain. Now, once you also can drain your any vehicle with this by slightly tipping your car. You also can remove any of gases. You also can remove any gas. So like, one to together. If you accidentally pour a different fuel or a different liquid in your gas tank, sadly you're all gonna have to remove the entire fuel. Because I tried multiple times in this one. I poured like 2% oil in one of the engines, and it wouldn't. And as I was pouring out, it wouldn't. I had the entire. It wouldn't. The oil wouldn't go out the entire car. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna increase time. And as I reach to, if I empty the entire tank, it won't go out. If I accidentally pour gas, I have to entirely drain the entire tank and then restart, which is a big bummer. And now, now I'm out of gas right now. Now, if I keep doing this, my battery is dying. You do not want to do that. If you do this, it didn't leave while it's running. This can happen, by the way. Hold on, let me. I just my battery now, and you're pulling wire. My car just went off because I just killed the battery. The battery is now dead, so I ain't gonna switch. So this, and also once it now, if you reach morning, like if you're driving, if you try to, you notice, yeah, you won't be able to flick the switch on or turn it. I'm gonna one second. Now once your car running, you're all gonna have to slow down if you want if you want these indicators to be off. Now keep in mind, now once it morning, you want to keep everything off. So no AC, with no windshield wipers. Make sure all of that. You only want to use. You also, if you use a windshield wiper, hold on. I need to go to a different biome. Ooh. But if it's raining, now if you're at the plains, or if it's raining, if you turn it once you turn your windshield wiper on, you can actually see the rain. Actually, when it wipes, you can actually see the rain particles moving away from the windshield, which honestly is my particular. I won't be able to. I won't be showing this because I have to go pretty far and have to do multiple retakes. So I'm sorry about that. But as my now I was saying, as my battery, so my battery just died. So it's the same thing. So I'm at the waste. Oh, just the bed dead. I just put the dead battery back in. Oops. Now, like I said, you can charge. Now you can. I forgot I empty all the gas out. My oopsie poopsie. Oopsie poopsie. Let's do 20 liters. I'm not gonna put too much gas in here. Now, same thing with all. And you're gonna let it run. Now you necessarily don't have to, but you're also gonna have to let it run to recharge this battery. I am gonna do. Give me one more second. Now you can do this with any. You can do this in any vehicle. It's like the van. Say like my van battery just died. Now if my van battery died, I won't be able to drive. So I think this goes for any. You can do this with any vehicle. So it's gonna let it run. You can wait. You don't have to wait a minute to get this water. Now over time, it is gonna charge. But once you don't, now if you recharge the battery, it is gonna get a little. It is gonna get a little bit. Now, if it's morning or if you had if you don't need these lights on, or if it's rainy, you can. But this is gonna drain the battery a little bit. It is gonna drain the battery. Now, if you're not using it at all, please turn these off. This essentially is going to kill your battery over time if you leave these on. And, like I said, and then if I turn it on, it's slightly better. And it will charge itself. Now, and now we're gonna talk about the vehicle itself. So as you pretty know, you oh, get me. And let's talk about the vehicle itself. Now, as you know, pretty much. Now, as you know, pretty the regular car is. Now, you know, this is the regular car. You know, you can. Now, you have to know this car can only fit up to four people, four fractions, so you can have up to four passengers. I'm not counting the driver because the driver is, you know, going to be driving, so it's up to four. Now, the van. Now the van can fit up to around seven people. Another thing I need to talk to you about is now say like if someone's driving right now, if I'm driving the vehicle and if I have a couple of people in the server or if I'm with someone in the server, if I'm driving and if somebody is standing up in my car, it's gonna reduce my speed. It's gonna reduce your speed and it's also gonna make your car wobble, really wobble. Now if they don't, now either you can, now you mostly want to sit in any car. You want to sit in the bus. Now, now the bus you really, any vehicle that has more space you want to sit in. You're reducing the speed and you're increasing the amount of wobble, how much it's gonna wobble, how much it's gonna drop, how much friction. Now this is gonna, now this either what happens is gonna happen is either your car's gonna flip, most likely your car's gonna flip, or it's gonna fling itself. So I use it as an example. So if my car wobbles, if I it's gonna be wobble, it's gonna wobble. But if it's more but more wobbly, it's more like so it's gonna probably fling like this. You're probably gonna flip like this. You probably flip, or either if the friction is really bad, you're probably gonna be stuck on this. That's another thing that could happen if. Now this also, I'm using this as an example of what could happen in any. This goes for any vehicle. Mostly now this and the bus. Now this goes for the bus and the van. Oh, look, see, it's orange now. If you didn't see the battery, if you look at the battery, you can see it's now fully orange. So if I just, I must have accidentally let it run, but I see it's getting more charge and charge. But so you're mostly any vehicle you want to sit down. You don't want to end up causing too much because it is gonna mostly bounce and you can either flip. Now let's talk about the bus. Now the bus is mostly is the coolest bus. You can mostly can fit up the entire server, mostly the entire server. Now, now as you can see, now the order to get in the bus, you want to press this button and the door will open. And the bus one's on. Ooh, I forgot. I took that out. Give me 1 second. Let me just put this. Now you see the bus. This is the bus. The bus you can fit a lot of people, probably the entire server. These buttons actually open up the doors. Close. Now if you want to open a door, it's green. If you want to close it, you gotta press the red. There's are three buttons right here. So this one opens all the way in the back. If I press the red button, it's gonna close it back. And if I press the middle button, it's gonna open this door. If I press the red again, it's gonna close the door. Now, now, now here's what. Now the bus. Oh, the bus battery drains a lot faster. I know it drains. Now, if you leave it running, if you have everything on, like the lights, or just bus in general, it's gonna drain a lot faster. Give me one more sec. Let me just. It's gonna drain a lot faster. And say like if the battery dies, you're gonna most likely you're most likely all gonna have to wait probably 2 minutes, probably a minute, probably 1 minute. Cause if the battery is dead, it's most likely not gonna work. So look, I'm gonna show you. So my battery's dead. Now if I just put this in, put that in, now just delete it for a few seconds. Now if you accidentally turn this off, it's gonna automatically run. And you're probably gonna think, hey, it's probably ready. And then you're gonna it's probably ready. So you decided to, oop, you probably, ah man, I gotta restart the engine. And you're probably thinking it's done. So it says start up by itself. You're probably gonna put the engine back in. And your friend is probably all the way up there. And then you're gonna try to restart. And it just died. And you realize it died. So what this means, like, so even if the battery seem like it has a charge, the big power bank is gonna take a lot longer to charge than the normal battery. I forgot the vehicle, and I just realized I forgot. Also, I am so sorry. Give me 1 minute. I got the vehicle. So I'm gonna let this one for the last couple. The truck is like mostly the new vehicle. It's fast. It's not as fast. The truck is mostly decent. It has a decent speed. Once you're going down a hill, it's gonna be a lot harder to control. Mine. The hill is. I'm only driving this. But I see. Like I just press this. This turns on the lights. These all of that, and then these are the lights. Now, the thing about this, there's not much to about you. If you find a truck, trucks only run on diesel. The truck is one's on diesel, so most likely one's a diesel. Now, if you don't have diesel, if there's no diesel, and if the engine's in the car, or if you should keep the engine, because the engine is kind of decent. But now you can just take any foreign vehicle. As long as there isn't any type of fuel in here, you can basically put gas in here, and then you can just basically use the regular engine, or you can just use the other engine over here, and it still works. And you can still work. This should be done by now. And as you see, you can just. This should have a decent amount of charge. So as you put this back in, and if I start this bus again, it's running. Once you want to, you can also leave the bus running. You don't have to. on. Also, you also can leave the running for a little bit for a good amount of charge in there. But my opinion, you should also leave longer. If you now if your battery does die, if you don't have enough gas, you should work a little bit about gas. Once you charge, if your battery does die, you need a little, should have a lot more gas. And another thing is make sure you have enough water. Because having a vehicle on yourself is gonna drain how it normally, how you like either driving or it's gonna drain where normally you are. Now, and then right. Another thing I'm gonna teach you guys is engine swapping. Now, I think you get the idea of engine swapping is. I'm pretty sure you know engine swapping. I just did it. Say like, if I just do this, change engines, just do this, put that baby in, and then I take the battery out again. Dang it. Okay, if I take this and then it pretty much just I'm pretty good at the engine swap. But you also, and same thing with the fan, you can just go up here. I think the engine, you can just go up here. Now, also I'm gonna teach you about the van is how to put the engine in. So, say like I'm building the car. Now, say I'm building the car, and what I want to do is to open this, and here's how you're gonna put it in. You're gonna click, make sure you have it in hand. You're gonna sit down, and right now I can't see anything, but you're gonna hover it down, and once it shows you indicator, press the place. You're gonna put that in. Give me 1 second. And you're gonna put that in, and that's how you put the battery and put the engine in. I accidentally said battery. Now engine swapping. Now you can also put the engine in here, but it's gonna be a lot harder to remove. So be aware of that. This is gonna be a lot harder to move once you put this in. Same thing. And it is a lot faster. Yeah, it's a little more faster. That's what you can do. Engine swap. Now another thing is you can't. Sadly, with the bus you can't swap the engines. You can swap the engines, but the V8 with the V8 and the Indy car, I might have said the name wrong again. It's most likely not gonna work because the bus is mostly a big, is a beefy guy. And if so I am actually gonna try to drive this and show you a glimpse of what let me just go back over here. So if I just put that in right for now, and if I try to drive, drive but if I get up to a hill, it's gonna be really bad. As you can see, it's kind of really revving. But if I come to a hill, or if I end up rolling down a hill, like slightly get up, it's gonna be slightly revved in, and the brake is a little favorable to it. And as you suppose, see, I'm trying to back up. Okay, I'm gonna get that gun back. Ooh, I did not have a gun on me. Is that a wheel? Did a wheel came off? Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh. Wait. as you can see, if I crash, it will smoke. So if my car smokes, if I try to start it, it's gonna drain the battery. So don't try to start it when it's smoking. What the heck is going on with my hand? Okay, let's just put all of these back. Ooh, man, that was close. So let's get another. Oh man. Now you do not want to shift with this because you are gonna most likely hit yourself with the cars and the vehicles. So be aware of that. But you also can just lightly tap, but this is more riskier. You have more like a chance of still hitting yourself and probably driving. It's becoming night again. Okay, let's gently place this down. There we go. Now, as you can see for the speed limit, like the V8 is not as strong as the bus engine. Okay, I got stuck again. So even if I switch this vehicle, you probably, if I even switch, if I try driving this, you probably still get the idea. So if I try to brake now, it is really bad. The engine is not as strong as the bus engine. So you won't pump. So you can't really swap engines with the bus. I mean, you can use them, but it's not as gonna be strong as the original engine as the bus. Okay, hold on. Excuse me. Can you please move? There we go. And there we go. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.